average speed. Today we're going to be looking at average speed. Okay, average speed is a common topic and most times some struggle with it. And so today we're going to be looking at what is average speed, how do we calculate it, how do we get to know the other variables that are attached to average speed. And so that is going to lead us to this question. Right. Now calculate the average speed of a man who traveled 42 kilometers in 45 minutes. The first question that comes to mind is, how do we calculate average speed? Average speed is calculated by dividing the distance by the time. So that means that average speed equals to the total distance taken divided by time. Now let's go back to this question. We have the distance, which is kilometer, and we have the time. But one other thing that you need to know is that average speed takes the unit of kilometer per hour. That is, the distance must be in kilometer and the time must be in meter, in hours. Or the distance could be in meters and the time will be in seconds. I repeat that. The distance will be in kilometer and the time will be in hour, or the distance will be in meters and the time will be in seconds. Well, in the case of this question, we already have kilometer. So we are looking that we know that the time that will be operated with this should be in hour. And so the time we have here is not in hour, is in minutes. So we need to take this minute to an hour. And how do we do that? We just basically divide by 60. Okay, so average speed is not given, distance is given to be 42 kilometers, and the time, which is 45 minutes, divided by 60, it gives us 3/4. So we cannot get the value for the average speed. So average speed now equals to 45 divided by 3/4. And we know when you are dividing fraction, you change the division to multiplication. However, the fraction immediately after that division sign will become the reciprocal. We swap it, the numbers. The denominator will go up to be numerator and the numerator will come down to be denominator. And so, just like this, 45 times 4/3, you can see that 3/4 has already changed. 45 divided by 3 gives us 15, and 50 times 4 gives us 60. So the average speed is in kilometer per hour, not kilometer per minute. Otherwise, we miss it if you use kilometer per minute. Alright, so let's look at this next question. It says, a car traveling at 60 kilometers per hour takes 3/4 hours to complete a journey. How far is the journey? Looking at the question, you can see I highlighted the word how far. How far simply means how long, which is talking about distance. So this is asking us to find distance. And how do we find distance? Distance is calculated. Here we have average speed to be 60 kilometers per hour. Distance is not given and we have time. Now look at that time is in mixed number. And so we need to take it to improper fraction. 4 times 3, 12, 12 plus 3, 15. You have 15/4. And so for you to find distance is average speed times time. Average speed times time. That is how to find distance. So basically here you just say 60 times 15/4. And 60 divided by 4 gives you 15. 15 times 15 gives you 225. So the distance is 225 kilometers. 225 kilometers. All right, so we move on to the next question. A car travels at 48 kilometers per hour. How long will it take to travel 432 kilometers? Here we can see it was talking about how long. How long is about time. Okay, how long is about time? So we are looking for time right here. So average speed is given to be 48 kilometers per hour. The distance is 432 kilometers, and so the time is not given. How do we calculate time? Time equals to distance divided by average speed. Time equals to distance divided by average speed. So you can just have 432 divided by 48, and that gives you 9. So the time taken for the journey is 9 hours. I hope this is clear to you. You can go through the video again and learn the basic things that we have talked about.